Heather Roberts wouldn't be out of place on the Great British Bake Off. Her cakes are in great demand. So it might surprise you to know that 12 years ago, at the age of just 50, she was diagnosed with dementia.
I've lost my ability to deal with numbers. My memory is particularly a bit like Swiss cheese. There are lots of holes in it and I don't remember things from day to day. I will also confuse memories. Lots of noise, busy lights confuses me and I can't cope with it anymore.
Heather and Dave have been married for 42 years. Dave took early retirement when she was diagnosed with dementia.
I do fear Heather becoming totally dependent on me. And I suppose, like everybody else, you don't know whether you're going to be up to it until it actually happens.
Number 3, the programme that got Clint Eastwood going. Rawhide, absolutely.
This is what helps Dave and Heather to continue to cope. They run the Hardy Group, which meets once a month in Derby. It's run by volunteers and funded by donations.
When there's so little money about, I think there are probably things, more professional type of care support that the council and the government perhaps ought to focus on. But to encourage groups like us, our running costs are tiny, and perhaps a little bit of financial support to help us get on with it and then we'll do all the work would go a long way.
5 years ago this group had just 60 members. Now it has more than 230. It's evidence of the growing need for support like this for those living with dementia.
Judith Sugden is here with her father who has dementia. He lives at home and she's hoping it'll stay that way.
Private care is probably going to be out of the question. Yes, we would have to sell houses, we would have to look into it, but I don't think that's going to be an option.
And Judith is worried affordable care might not be available.
Things are getting worse, not better, so even if it's there now, will it be there when we need it? It's not something we can answer at the moment.
Derby City Council has announced it's closing or privatising 5 of its care homes. Some new private care homes have opened, but they can cost up to £950 a week. Sue Atherton knows just how hard it is to care for someone with dementia. She spent years looking after her husband, Jeff, who died in 2016.
My message to Jeremy Hunt would be not just to think about the person with dementia, but to think about the carer and the carer's needs. This carer is saving you a huge amount of money per year. Look after them.
The government has pledged to make the UK the best country in the world for dementia care. With social care now on an equal footing with health, Jeremy Hunt is under pressure to make that pledge a reality.
I know it's a bit daunting sometimes to fill in surveys.